I don't know who you are. I don't know what kind of game you want to play this lazy Saturday. If you're looking for advanced graphics, I can tell you, I don't have any today. What I do have is a game about a young Eskimo warrior with a very particular set of skills. Skills that he has acquired from his elders. Skills that make him a nightmare for the wildlife around his village. If you play the game now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will spear you. So, Iktsua, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, this is a game about a young warrior who is sent off on a rite of passage, a test of his manhood. Basically, he's thrust into the frozen tundra wilderness to survive. He's supposed to hunt animals and kill really big animals, like boss animals, in this gigantic frozen map. What I really love about this game is everything is up to you. From the second you start the game, anything you do is up to you. You can go wherever you want and do whatever you want. The game starts and you're thrust into an adventure. It's the reason I love games like the Uncharted series. There is no crafting involved. There's not a lot of reading. You don't even really need to keep up with the story. I love games that are just a fun action-adventure ride from start to finish. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of RPGs, but being an adult and, oh god, I'm in my late 20s now, I really don't have much time to invest into an RPG. When I play a game, I have to pick it up and start enjoying right away. Being an adult is basically like having ADD when it comes to video games. Now, this game isn't just mindlessly running around, pressing a button to kill an animal, and running somewhere else to kill another animal. There's a lot of factors involved in surviving. I mean, it is a frozen tundra, so there's two meters. There's a warmth meter and a food meter. Now, in the game, this meter is actually called a stamina meter, and it actually fits better because it doesn't just go down from being hungry, it also goes down as you run really fast. But for the purposes of this review, I'll be calling it a food meter just because I can. Deal with it. Says Stan as he gets on his Harley and drives off with your girlfriend. You stay warm by wearing your coat. You can also kill animals and collect their pelts to make your coat stronger, so you can warm up faster and things like that. As you kill animals, you can also, of course, get their meat, and this adds to your food bar, and you can, of course, eat to fill up both your warmth meter and your food meter. You can also alternatively raise your warmth meter by running in your coat or walking in your coat. You can only hunt when you take your coat off, and as you take your coat off, you're basically losing both food and warmth at an accelerated rate, so you have to hunt the animal really quickly by basically holding down your mouse button and aiming your spear at the animal and then throwing the spear at the animal, picking up the food and or the actual pelt if the animal drops a pelt, and running as fast as you can back to your coat and putting it back on, and just praying either one of your meters doesn't run out, because then you'll just die. Now, if your warmth meter is low, you can just run a little bit and replenish some of that, but of course, as you run, the game follows rational sense and your food meter goes down because obviously you're wasting more energy. So really, the best way to keep up with both of the food and the warmth meter is just to periodically eat. There's another way. There's campfires scattered all around the game. You can save your game at campfires, but they also refill your food and warmth. Now, the game's combat isn't too intricate. Like I said, you throw a spear and then you run to pick up everything. But some animals don't die right away as you throw a spear in them. Some animals are so big they actually start chasing you. And of course, some animals have packs. So if you kill one, the others will be like, hey, you just killed my second cousin twice removed. And they're all going to be running around trying to kill you. So you have to keep a lot of things in mind. You have to kind of maneuver out of the way of some, especially larger animals. My first quote-unquote boss encounter was with a polar bear, and I just stood outside of its cave looking at it, and then I came a little closer. I took my coat off in slow motion. Shit started to get real, and I threw a spear at it. I believe I hit it, but then I swear the polar bear was running faster then my spear was flying. I felt like I had no time to move out of the way, especially since I have to hold the shift button to run and the WASD buttons to move. So I'm kind of like contorting my hand as I'm trying to run. It's just not comfortable. Most of the other animals, though, aren't a big hassle, even the huge ones that run right at you, because those are a lot easier to get out of the way of, because they're just not as fast as these quote-unquote boss animals. There's really not a lot of content in the game. You just try to survive, but it's a fantastic concept, and I am a complete coldophile, if that's a real word. I love games set in frozen tundra, so I was absolutely in heaven playing the game, and because it's just a simple game that's straight up fun, I also enjoyed it because of that. When all is said and done, I would absolutely recommend this indie title, and honestly, it has great music, and the graphics, especially for an indie game, are fantastic. I mean, they're not advanced or anything, but they're smooth, and I could see this game took a lot of effort, and I'm pretty sure it's not even finished yet, so I can't wait for the final, finished version of the game to come out. I'm sure that's going to be even better. Iktsua gets a very deserving stanburdman rating of an 8.7 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.
Mm-hmm.